on what you're going to do yourself. But I would type into the search engine here, basically how to fight the CPS, and I would go and look at different ideas and see what you would do. I personally just would have been cold with them. I understand getting emotional, and said, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, he bumped into me. And then when the snake called, I'd say, well, it's a little bitty red whelp. I mean, and then say, oh, okay, well, I need to get a lawyer then, and, I need to get, some advice on that, and great. And then say, I'm like, well, I'll put him back in school, but I don't want you grabbing him to get some verbal thing. Now, they'll lie, and it's not good. It's better than groveling, because there's so many people that'll grovel, they can steal the kids and get cash bonuses. They'll move on. So it's really bad to grovel. It's secondarily bad to really get hysterical, because they'll feed off that too and get upset. It's best to be very cold with them, okay, and just be like, listen to me. That's the way to talk to them, okay, and say, I know you got quotas. I know you're a criminal organization. It's good to let them know, hey, I know you're a crook. And they're telling them you're going to sue them. That's always a nice thing. Because, see, they don't want to go after a water buffalo. Lions will only go after water buffalo if they're starving. Because water buffalo will kill them sometimes. They're powerful. They want to go after a little ding-ding or a little gazelle. They want to go after something little and juicy. And so I would go ahead and call the cop. And, I mean, does your dad not know where you live?
Oh, no, my dad knows where I live. He's just not going to tell them. He's not that type of person.
Well, that's good. Well, listen. I'm not going to give you advice. I would, A, pull out of Dodge. I would, B, call that cop, and I'd call the CPS lady and say, look, you may be a nice person. I just hear about the horror stories with you guys. I want to work this out. You called me a bitch. You're sorry for that, even if she's not. So you're sorry for that. I'm sorry for getting upset. Let's work this out, because she may not be a ghoul. Probably is. But still, even if they're a ghoul, they'll tend to back off, okay, because you got your hackles up. They want to move on to easier quarry. They don't want to rob a house that's got the lights on. They know you got the lights on now, okay, and you just let them know if they send you a signed thing that you can take them to a third-party doctor. Yeah, that's what my dad would tell me to do. Go to a local physician yourself and say, I wanted to get this checked out, because my son a few days ago spilt water on it, and the school was asking about it, and I would like to, get your take on it, and then you can quote that doctor or whatever, and then if you feel calm, say, well, CPS was calling the school wanting to have him examined. Will you give me a report on it? Just act calm, get that done, and then regardless, you've got that. And then you can go. So I would go to a doctor A, so you have a physician that's examined him, and say a physician has examined him, there's no problem. That's always a nice little giblet, because they can claim the child's in imminent danger and get a confiscation order. And then I would contact the police officer, and say, well, I need time to get a lawyer, and then you can meet maybe at the law firm or something. How does that sound?
That sounds more realistic than what I was going to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I've done with he at gym class, one of my secretaries, one of my customer service people, her daughter, I saw it, had a little bitty bruise, been around for years, really sweet little girl, really nice, mom and dad, come to the company parties and stuff. And they got big quotas down in the county south of Austin, because we're here in South Austin, so they live in Hayes County, and they tried to CPS couldn't get there that day, but then they were calling saying, meet us, and I told her, drive by, and sure enough, they had the cops hiding. They were going to try to grab her. So we went public on air, made a big deal out of it, made the newspaper, and then I ended up having them meet at my lawyer's law firm. I think I paid for it. I don't remember. The point is, I think I did. A couple thousand. It was a bunch of stuff going on. And then they met at the lawyer, and the lawyer said, go get the doctor note and all this. And I'm talking about a little bitty bruise. I mean, my kids have bruises on their knees, you name it. They're running around the woods. This is illegal now in America. Now, once they get your kid and hand them over, best case scenario, to a mill where they just warehouse them, feed them 2 or 3 hot dogs a day and collect money. And, usually they're drug heads. I clean carpets for a summer. That's why potheads send me emails going, don't say it's potheads. Okay, well, I'd go to houses and there'd be like 10 kids in them. living on dirty mattresses, eating fast food if they were lucky that looked disheveled and skinny. There'd be some waddling pothead wandering around who was the foster parent with wafting marijuana smoke. And because of that, kids can drown in pools. They don't get in trouble because it's the state and they're protecting themselves. That's a best case scenario. But, you know, the good news is even if they tried to say you were bad, you could probably get the child put with your parents. But some parents are lazy and don't want to take the kids. You're going to be all right. Okay? So you do what you think is best. And do you want to give people your email?
Yeah, my email. It's Pavielle, my full name. It's P as in Paul, A as in Apple, V as in Victor, IELLE _ Henderson, HENDERSON @yahoo.com. That if anyone has any information out there as far as like CPS, like victim.
Hold on, we got to go longer.
Fires on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Infowars.com for 16 years has led the charge against the technocrats. We have had unrivaled success in unlocking minds, expanding paradigms, and rallying the people to face the New World Order. No one can deny that our media operation is the tip of the spear, and it's because of our success that we have a responsibility to intensify our operations against the globalists 110%. We're only a month away from launching a weeknight news broadcast. The social network is nearing completion as well. The free newsletter is reaching hundreds of thousands. Please spread the word about Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Sign up at the top of Infowars.com for the free Infowars Insider email with exclusive video and text reports as well as breaking news. Look in the mirror. You are the resistance. It is up to us, the Info Warriors, to take the initiative and to defeat the globalist.
Who is Sam Andy? Sam Andy Foods is life insurance in a can. Life insurance you can eat. Sam Andy Foods has been serving loyal customers worldwide for over 50 years. Why so long? Simple. Sam Andy Foods have perfected the taste and quality of low-moisture foods. Foods that last 15 to 25 years. And that's made us an industry leader among families, sportsmen, outdoorsmen, churches, schools, people living in remote areas, U.S. troops in wartime, and many others. Sam Andy is America's leading supplier of over 100 high-quality, low-moisture products and everything you need to survive in any emergency. Visit SamAndy.com today for your free full-color catalog and free trial subscription to the Survival Times newsletter. That's SamAndy.com. Just like it sounds, SamAndy.com. Or call toll-free 1-888-331-0358. Your one-stop shop for everything your family needs to prepare for any emergency. Sam Andy Foods. Life insurance in a can.
Is your credit card debt out of control? Are you in over your head dealing with monthly payments? There's a powerful secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have credit card debt, you have the power to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe, cutting your payments by up to half or more. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. And we'd like to offer you free information that will show you how to settle your credit card debt and lower your payments by up to half or more. It's yours free when you call today. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. Live better, debt free. Find out how easy it is by calling for this valuable free information.
For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call National Debt Relief today at 1-800-460-5733. 1-800-460-5733. This free information is available only for a limited time. Change your life. Call 1-800-460-5733 today.
No, you ain't seen nothing yet. That poor lady, Ellie, in Wisconsin, thought I was saying bye and hung up. I'm not going to give her personal advice because I don't know her situation, but I would get out of the house. I'd call that police officer and say, I'm taking my child to a doctor, and after they've been seen by the doctor, I'll tell you the doctor place and where it was, and fax them the report and say, you can call the doctor's office, go talk to them. The child's fine. Because then it can be ascertained that there's not an imminent danger and the child's head wasn't chopped off or something. I understand your fear once you found this out with the school. I would have just gone to the school, and I'm not saying you're bad. I understand getting emotional, believe me. Going and just saying, hey, something came up, family deal, checking them out. Thank you. And then not answering the phone when they called you, and then just calling them back after they close and saying, a lot of times they make them sleep there in their offices, the little kids and everything. It's pretty, don't even feed them. These people are sick. They can abuse kids all day, and that's okay. And then call them and say, oh, yeah, I went to this doctor. Here's the info. And deal with it that way. Now, if you keep your kid out 4 or 5 days, they'll try to trigger a truancy. But you can also just withdraw them from school. There's a form to do that. Now, the problem is you're pregnant. And sometimes they like to grab one child and then grab the next one. And they got they can get $500,000 for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid, or black raven hair with blue or green eyes. Look out. It's come out in the news. They have databases for those. And they've got operatives in schools, you name it, hunting raven-haired children with blue eyes, you're in trouble. Green, they'll stop at nothing. The elites will pay millions for one of those to the adoption agencies. They are hunted. Black hair, green eyes. I guess they call that a Cajun queen. I had a girlfriend look like that once. The point is, they will come after you. Okay? And believe me, I've studied this. I've looked at it. I've seen the dark side. I've opened a door. When the lady called the hospital, they were trying to take their kids, already knew about their case, and the cop was choking the woman to sign the document, grabbing her by the throat, by the back of the neck. And the cop looked up, and I saw that big, fat, evil... I can't even handle it anymore. Having flashbacks. There's nothing worse than having a pedophile look at you with a badge and a gun. I mean, you're just like, my God, you want to vomit. I mean, it is tyranny incarnate. It is tyranny incarnate, and you just see it and the evil, and they know you see it, and they know they're going to go on and have their way. They just know the world's one big, wonderful place because the American people bow down to their corruption, bow down to their evil, bow down to their fake authority and the monkey suits and the crowns the government people wear with all their festooned garbage. And hell has been released upon this country. But it's all coming out. The government ships the drugs in and the guns out. They ship them to the drug gangs around the country, and they leave the drug gangs alone that rob your house and your car. And the cops get paid cuts of it in most cities. And then when they pull you over, a family man, and you've had one beer, you go to jail, or they catch your kid with marijuana and they go to jail and learn how to be real criminals. It's all master planned out. I got to end this right now. I got to start intensely getting ready for 7 o'clock tonight, InfoWars Nightly News. If you want to put a stop to this, you go after the head of the snake. That's the private Federal Reserve. That's the hijackers. That's the enemy. A peaceful demonstration to identify them as the enemy, not capitalism. They want to end free market to take all of our wealth and pay it to themselves in austerity measures. I'm going to shoot a video today that goes up on the website. We got press releases out about it. Occupy the Federal Reserve movement announced and launched. Get our articles at Infowars.com. Get it out to everybody you know. Spread the word about the transmission. It is 1776 worldwide. We don't have a choice but to resist tyranny or let it fully eat our guts. I'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock, Lord willing, and back live tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central. I am Alex Jones. This is the InfoWar. I hate you, evil. I hate tyranny. 25 at 9, 9231. I'd love to hear from you. But I was thinking this morning about the difference between